Hey, what's up, Nerdgasm fans? Jerry here, aka Barnacules.
Yeah, I just don't sound like Barnacules.
That is because I have strained my vocal cords. But don't worry, I'm going to see a doctor and figure this all out, but until then, you're just gonna have to put up with my
sexy voice.
Well, a company named Vivis sent me over a couple of their 13,000 mAh battery packs. Now, these are USB battery packs used to charge your portable devices while you're on the go. Now, you guys have seen from previous videos that I really like battery packs. I use these things all the time, especially when I'm attending conventions and things like that where I don't have access to a power source or I don't have the room to be carrying around 100 different charging cables and adapters and AC adapters and blah, blah, blah. All right, well, let's liberate this guy from his cardboard prison. I'll give you guys a little bit more information and let you know what I think about it.
Right now.
Man, I think my voice cracked. God, it's like puberty all over again. All right, guys, so here we have it. It's the Power Bank by Vivis. Now, this is a 13,000 mAh battery pack, which is pretty large. They do make battery packs that are larger than this, but 13,000 mAh is a lot considering that like a OnePlus One cell phone has a 3,100 mAh battery in it, and that's considered a pretty large battery. Now, if we look on the back of the box here, it pretty much says that it's designed for multiple devices. That's because it has two USB outputs for charging on it. And one of the neat things I like about this battery pack is battery packs I've used in the past, usually one of the USB ports outputs 1 amp and the other one outputs 2.1 amps. Well, on this one, both ports can output 2.1 amps simultaneously, which is awesome. That means you can use both ports for powering devices like iPads, Sony PSPs, things that take a lot higher current draw than 1 amp. All right, well, let's open this bad boy up. All right, so we're just gonna slide out the packaging. You can see it's just a little plastic insert with the battery, and you can see that thing. That is a big battery pack out of all the battery packs I've used. Now, it's thinner than some of the battery packs I use, because some of the battery packs I've used in the past are actually quite thick, but it's long. I mean, this is like a big cell phone. But when I show you what it can do, the size is justified. It also comes with a little pouch here that you can put the charger in. I actually didn't use the pouch at all because I like to put the battery pack in my pocket and even charge my phone while it's in my pocket. So this actually works out fine just like this. Now, it does have a leathery textured surface, but it is plastic. It's not actual leather, but just looking at it, it does look like leather. And on the back here, it clearly says that it's a 5-volt, 2100 milliamp output on both USB ports, and then it re-advertises the capacity at 13,000 mAh. Now, one of the things I've seen from some other battery packs that I've reviewed is they don't put the mAh number on the pack. So like when you open it, the box says what it is, but the battery itself doesn't. So you forget what the capacity of the battery is. You pick it up, take it with you, and it may or may not suit your needs. 13,000 milliamps is a lot of battery. It's not the max battery that you can get in a pack, but that is a lot of battery. It also comes with a little USB cable here. You can see it's actually pretty short, though. It's only about, I'm going to say about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. Now, that's going to be fine if you're charging the cell phone in your pocket or you're just leaving it on top of the battery pack. But if you want something that you can charge and use your phone while it's, coming out of your backpack or coming out of your pocket, you're going to want a little bit of a longer cable. And it also comes with a manual, and you know what to do with that. Yeah.
Manuals.
All right, now I've already been using this product for a couple of weeks. They sent me 2 of them. So this is the one that I've been using, and it's got a couple little scratches and stuff on it, but actually the wear isn't bad at all for where this thing's been. I took this to Dirtfish, and I was throwing it around, and I was intentionally being abusive to it, just to see how it would hold up. And it's really no worse for wear. It actually worked flawlessly. Also, these have lithium polymer batteries in them, which are the latest battery technology for highest capacity and lightest weight. Another really neat thing about them is they hold a charge for a long time. You only have to recharge this thing once every 6 months. They recommend at 3-month intervals, but you can go as long as 6 months and still retain a charge on this, which is fantastic because I like to charge these things and literally just throw them in my laptop bag, throw them in my car, and only use them when I need them. If I have access to wall power and I have the adapters, that's what I'm going to use. The only time I use these is when I don't have that power because you want to stretch it out as much as you possibly can. Now, some of the things that makes this battery pack really unique that I like is that it has an integrated cable. And as you can see here, it's the micro USB type. So it's what most cell phones and devices are using nowadays. Now, if your device doesn't use that, you can either attach an adapter to it, which isn't included, but you can buy them pretty much anywhere. Or you can plug in a standard USB cable like your lightning cable for your iPhone or iPad and charge it right off of this port. Now, one of the coolest features I found about this battery pack that none of my other battery packs have is this also doubles as a cell phone stand. So if you're on an airplane or you're on a long flight or you're doing something or you're on a long car trip, you can literally just put your phone in here. Check this out. So here I have my OnePlus One, which is an Android phone, but it also works for your iPhone 5S, your iPhone 6. It'll work for pretty much any cell phone. And if you look on the bottom of the battery pack, there's a groove where the cable's held, but it actually serves a dual purpose. When you pull the cable out, you set it down, plug your phone in, and then stick it in the little groove. Now, at first that might not seem like a really cool feature, but I used this a lot while I was out and about, because you basically just have a stand for your phone so you can sit there and watch it, and the whole time your phone is charging to 100% battery capacity. Now that is a clever feature, and I'm not sure why every battery pack manufacturer isn't doing something similar, because the whole idea of having your phone held by your battery pack or your charging device is brilliant, and the fact that they did it in a way where it's universal and it works with anything, winning. Now also what's cool is because the cable's flat on the bottom when you're charging, you can set your phone directly on top of the battery pack or your PSP or anything that you're using, and this easily slides into your pocket. Now, when I was at Dirtfish Rally School the other day doing my class, this is what I would do when we were driving around or we were in the class. I'd put my cell phone on it, hook the charging cable, and just stick it into my pocket. Now, keep in mind, it is a rather large device, but you can see compared to the OnePlus One, it's pretty much the same size. It's a little bit larger. So it's not going to be super uncomfortable to have in your pocket unless you're an incredibly small person or you wear super tight jeans. And if you wear super tight jeans, well,
Probably not for you.
I also really love that they put the USB port up here on the top of the battery pack. You can see right up here the USB port. The reason why I like that is I have so many battery packs where they put the ports on the side of the unit or the wide spot, but the thing is when you stick it in your pocket, you want the USB port charger facing up. That way you can have a cable coming out. Now, one of the scenarios that I really liked when I was using this was with my iPhone 5S. Yeah, I use an iPhone 5S and a OnePlus One. I mean, they both have things they're good at, and I'm a nerd, so I can use multiple devices.
So seriously, I can.
Now, one of the scenarios that I really like with these is you can plug in a long charging cable, like a 3 or 4 foot cable, and you can actually have your phone plugged in, take it out of your pocket and use it and put it away and keep it. It's like a corded telephone. You can keep it always peak charged. And that's something I personally like to do, especially when I'm going to events where I'm shooting a lot of pictures and a lot of video with my phone. It's very helpful. Or you can stick it in your backpack and just run the cable up and over your shoulder, which works equally well. But it's really nice to know that you have a beefy power source. And to let you know how much power this has, this will fully charge an iPhone 5S from nothing to 100% 4 times. Now, with a phone like the OnePlus One, you're probably only going to be able to charge it about 3.5 times because it does have a larger capacity battery. Now, I do like the charge indicator on the side. It just has 4 simple blue LEDs, and you push the button once and it shows you what the current charge is. When you plug the device in to charge it using the included USB cable, which also I should have noted earlier, you can plug in and use for charging. So now you can charge 2 micro USB devices, but you simply plug it into the side like so, and while it's charging, those little lights blink indicating that it's charging. Now, another cool feature is when you plug the phone into the battery pack, it doesn't start charging immediately. You actually push the button once to indicate that you want to start the charging process, and the LEDs will kick on and they indicate that they're charging the device, and then the device will show that it's charging. Now, you might ask yourself, why not just have it start charging automatically when you plug the device in? Well, it's because if it was doing that, the device would have to waste a small amount of power trying to detect that there was a device that needed to be charged there. By having you have to push the button proactively, you're basically completing that circuit on your own, which means when the battery pack's dormant, you don't have to worry about it wasting any power. But that also means that when you plug the device in, you need to remember to push the button. I did have one incident where I plugged it in, stuck it in my pocket, and didn't remember to push the button, and I pulled it out and it was dead. So make sure that you push the button and that you get the indication on the LEDs that the device is charging before you walk away or before you store it in your backpack. All right, well, just like with any device, obviously there are pros and cons. So let me give you my pros and cons of the device. Let's go ahead and get the cons right out of the way. This is a big battery pack and it is of significant weight. It's pretty heavy. So for some people that want to put it in their pocket, if you're a smaller person, like I said, or you're wearing tight jeans and stuff like that, it may actually be a problem. But if you're storing it in your backpack or you're a big guy like me, it fits no problem. I honestly didn't even know I had it on me when I was using it half the time. Now, the only other con, and honestly this is true for most of the battery packs, is when you have it plugged in and it's charging, you can't have a device plugged into it charging at the same time. So in other words, you can't pass through the device. Now, a lot of people might say, why would you want to do that? Well, if you only have one USB port available on your wall charger, you're going to want to plug it into here, and I thought it'd be cool if you could plug your device in there and have your device charging while the battery's charging. But it does make sense that you can't do that because this does probably draw the full current, the full 2.1 amps of the device to charge the battery, and you're not going to want to share that charging your phone at the same time. But still, I'm going to go ahead and mark that as a con because I think that the manufacturers of these devices should consider that scenario, because even though it might take longer to charge the battery in this, if it's sharing power simultaneously with the other device, when I'm charging stuff overnight, it would be cool to have both devices charged and ready to go by morning without needing multiple AC adapters or multiple USB ports. Now, as far as the pros of this device, this is the best looking battery pack I've used thus far. It's got the gold trim around the outer edge, so if you have an iPhone Gold Edition or one of the phones with like the gold anodization on it, it's gonna just look brilliant. And it does look like a leather finish. It's a highly textured plastic finish. And so when you pull it out and you have it sitting on a table or something like that, I mean, you're definitely gonna get style points. Because let's be honest, most of the batteries that I've seen are just white plastic squares with blinking LEDs on them. This is the only time I've seen them actually try to be stylish with a battery pack. Another huge pro is that it's got the integrated charging cable and it's got the micro USB, which is the most common charging cable, already built right in the side of it. And of course, it doubles as a stand for your phone. So you can plug your phone in and charge it and use it at the same time. If you travel a lot and you're on airplanes, oh my God, this is a godsend. And the cool thing is, while your phone is plugged in over here into the side, you can still plug in another cable to charge your iPad. So while you're in flight, you can use your iPad and your cell phone and have it all rigged up. This is gonna earn you nerd points with the guy sitting next to you on the plane. Unless he's some old guy that knows nothing about technology and then he's just gonna question how you've spent your life. But just ignore him.
You've made good decisions.
All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed my review of the Vivis Power Bank 13,000 milliamp hour battery for charging all your mobile devices. I stand by this device. I've used it for weeks. I haven't had any problems with it. I give this thing completely high marks. I think it's awesome that they sent me two of them. I haven't even had to use the second one. That's why I left it in the box to unbox for you guys, because I've never ran this thing flat yet. Yesterday and the day before, I used it 2 days in a row without recharging it to charge a GoPro, my Sony HD hack camera, vlogging camera, and keeping my cell phone topped off the whole 2 days that I was using it. I never ran it flat. So I didn't even have a reason to have a second one. But if I was going on a trip to like going to PAX or going to New York or going to, like, I just went to Retro Gaming Expo down in Portland. Retro Gaming Expo. God, my voice is getting so bad. I hope you guys can understand me. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to close caption this whole video. But I've used it on trips and it works brilliantly. So guys, if you'd like to get your own Vivis battery pack, I have a link down in the description so that you can pick up this bad boy. And if you have any other questions about it, feel free to come and ask me. I'm at Barnacules over on Twitter, and I try to be a really responsive guy. You can also leave comments down below on the video, and I'll try my best to respond to them, but make sure you have replies enabled. I get so many people that leave comments on my videos, and they have replies disabled in their settings, so I can't reply to them. They ask me questions, I can't reply, and then they send me emails getting mad at me because I didn't reply, and I couldn't reply because you had the setting turned off. All right, guys, well, it's time to wrap up this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you made it to the end of this video, go ahead and use hashtag I made it to the end of this video. I think that that's awesome. Keep up the good work, Jerry. We really appreciate it when you make awesome videos like this for us all to watch, even though your voice is completely destroyed. That is a long hashtag.
And now I'm curious how many of you will actually do it.
All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time. Come on, dance, baby Groot. Dance. Work it, baby Groot. Come on, baby Groot. Come on, work it, baby Groot. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please take a moment and subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot. Also, come over to Twitter. I'm at Barnacules. I'm a real social guy. Also, if you have a couple of minutes, check out some of these many other videos. I made them myself.